So this is part of my series, that I'm calling Masternodes Explained. This particular video, Masternode for Beginners, is really going to be talking about showing you how I find potential Masternode projects to invest in. Now, if you are excited about cryptocurrency, or if you want to learn more about cryptocurrencies, specifically how to earn a passive income by being an early investor in the cryptocurrency space, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that thumbs up icon, hit that bell notification icon so you can know as soon as I put up a video. Always feel free to comment on any of my videos. I do my best to reply to comments. I love keeping a dialogue going. I love hearing from you and love working in this space together. I really see this channel more as a community of other YouTubers and other individuals who are very fascinated in the cryptocurrency space and fascinated in the technology as well as the passive income potential. So today, specifically, Masternode for Beginners, I'm going to talk to you about what I do to be able to find Masternode projects. So when doing that, one of the things that a lot of people do, by the way, I'm on masternodes.pro. I'm going to show you a couple of resources. In this video, towards the end of this video, I'm going to give away a resource that I really thought about not giving away. Like, this is probably one of my absolute very best Masternode resources, but I've decided I'm going to give it away so all of you can benefit as well. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming towards the end of the video. So a lot of times when people are getting into Masternodes, the first thing they think about is, oh, how much can I earn? And they'll come over here and they'll look at annual ROI and they'll just, they get starry-eyed there. And I've covered, by the way, earlier in this series, you can watch some of the other videos in this series on why these high ROI coins, you definitely want to stay away from them. But here's what you need to know about this ROI when you see it. Hang on, where was it at? Whenever you see this ROI, this is not in Bitcoin. This is not in US dollar value or in euro value. This is in the token. So if it says 7%, that means that's annual. So if you owned 100 Dash, you would get 7 over the next year. 7 Dash. Now the value of the Dash varies. That's important to understand. One of the reasons you want to do your best to find good projects is because you want projects that are going to ultimately go up in value. Yes, by earning the rewards, if you earn 120% and the token price drops by 60%, you're still ahead. That is correct. And that's one of the advantages to Masternodes in the first place, is the passive income can help offset, it can give you a bit of a cushion against a falling price. But a lot of these coins can drop in value and literally fall off the market within a matter of weeks to months at most if they're really bad projects or whatever, they're really scammy. Anytime you see something with low Masternodes, I mean, this number is going to change a lot as it gets more Masternodes. Now it's very expensive to get a Gold Poker Masternode. Actually, I don't know what it is. You need 33,000. Yeah, so it's a $19,000 investment. By the way, this is a great example though. This Masternode's not that old. I mean, a few weeks old. When it came out, it was showing like 1,000% returns or something crazy, and the price was much higher. I want to say it was like, I don't know. I know the Masternode was like up there at like $100,000. The price was way high. And now it's come down a lot. So here's how I look for projects. First of all, I told you in a previous video, I don't mind coming to Masternode Pro. This is one resource. Some people like it, some people don't, and it's a good way to just kind of screen through some things. But I don't usually start here. I do pay attention to ROI. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of the cost for the Masternode, and I'm aware of how many coins are needed for the Masternode. And I also like to look at how many Masternodes are there. By the way, this is an example. SmartCash, 15,000 Masternodes. SmartCash is interesting. The price is only 2 cents, 38% a year, but this ROI was much higher previously. And this is actually a very interesting project, by the way, that a lot of people liked. A lot of Masternode investors really like this one. This is the Masternode quantity. A lot of people really like this one. The problem with this particular coin is it's dropped in value a lot. I would have to go to CoinMarketCap to look it up. I'm not worried about it right now, but I know this particular coin has dropped in value a lot, and it just hasn't performed super well. But long term, who knows? So anytime you're looking at a Masternode, what you really want to know is there a community behind it? Is it a viable project? Is there a real use case for the actual coin or token itself? like the project can be fine, but sometimes some of these tokens, the more scammy ones, will actually just sell a digital currency to raise money for some sort of a traditional business model. Well, that's not what you want. They don't really need the currency. You don't want to find something that just put out a coin just to make money. And you don't want to find something, at the same time, you want to make certain it's a good project. You don't want to find someone who's just part of a pump and dump where they put out a bunch of coins, they put up a website, and there's a bunch of hype around it. They do a big pre-mine, and then they're selling their coins on the market to everyone who's buying into Masternode. So you want to avoid that as well. One of the great things about websites like this, by the way, is you can come here and you can pull the coin up, and you can kind of get a lot about it. You can find out about announcements. You can follow them on Twitter and Facebook, Discord, Reddit. That's good. You can go check out their GitHub, their website. So it's a good place to get all the info in one space. This is a big one. Exchanges. What exchanges is it on? Doesn't even show the exchanges for this one. But you want to know what exchanges they're on. Some of the Masternodes Online is a similar one. A lot of people like this one better. I find myself using this one a little more. So I know with them, you can come here and you can see exactly what exchanges a coin is on. And so I'm not going to wait for that. So there we go. These are all the different types of exchanges or whatnot. And you want to make certain that it's exchanges that you feel comfortable doing business with. Don't even think about it if it's a shady exchanges. Now, I happen to have bought coins off of some tiny exchanges before, but I don't do a lot. I don't keep money or keep things on exchanges, especially if I don't feel comfortable with the exchange. But HitBTC, I would avoid that exchange at all costs. Now, I'm going to show you one of my favorite resources when it comes to masternodes. I usually come back to Masternodes Online and Masternodes Pro, but this is where I start. Masternode.live. Masternode.live. Now take a look at this screen. Can you figure out why I like this one? This is why. Checklist. This is phenomenal. Basically, this website has, you won't find all the Masternode coins up here at all. Only the ones that tend to be more reputable is what I would tell you. Wallet status is important, that the wallet's active. You get to see that here. You don't always see that. And by the way, the wallet is the #1 issue that Masternode investors, especially beginners, have issues with, is the wallet. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment, so stay tuned for that. But the checklist, say Dash. Dash has an active development, meaning if you go to the GitHub, in one of my previous videos, I talked about using GitHub to tell if there's active development going on. It says here, I would not rely on this, by the way. This is just a good pre-screening tool. I would go to GitHub specifically and I would look at Dash and I would confirm, yep, there is active development. Strong and transparent team. I personally, that's not a super big deal to me, but if there's a team in place, I want to know that they are transparent, they are strong. I want to know who they are. If there's a team, it's okay if I don't know who the team is, for me personally, because even Bitcoin, we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. There are other issues that are a bigger concern for me, like innovative application already developed, meaning they're not planning to develop it, it's already there. That's a big deal to me. I love to see that in a Masternode coin. Here's one. Real use of tokens for payments or partnerships, meaning there's a real need for the token. That is definitely important. And then this one right here, a white paper available. The white paper is a little less concerned for me. I like to see it. I like to see that there's a roadmap because I like to see that they're staying up on the roadmap or they're following the roadmap. So that's a little less concern for me, personally. The team is another. If they have a team, here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see pictures of a team and then I can't find any info, like they're a ghost. That's not what I want to see. If they're going to show a team, then I want to know that it's a real team, that I can find some info on some of these people. But I specifically love that there's active development and this one right here. Innovative application already developed, and this one. These are my 3 personal most important. Now, the one thing that I like to see, I'm not seeing it listed here. I always want to know that they have a community. I thought this used to show that. I always want to know they have a community. Not all tokens will have a community, and just because they have a community, again, none of this stuff guarantees that they're great projects, but good projects definitely should have an innovative application already developed. And they should have a real use case for their product, and they should have an active wallet, and they should have active development going on. Then personally, I like to see that there's a team. Is there a Discord chat? Is there a Telegram channel? Is there people I can talk to? Can I communicate with them? Are they open? You know, do they keep the community communicated? You know, do they communicate with the community openly? I like to see that kind of stuff, especially. And so I like to come here and start. But keep in mind, Dash, by the way, the #1 Masternode doesn't have all 5 of these. I like to come here personally and Syndicate. This is a super popular one. Active development. That's probably the most important factor. Now, the thing about that's wrong with the one thing that I don't like about this particular website is they don't show the ROI, and that's because they obviously this stuff is more important to them. This stuff is more important to them. So what you can do is you can kind of calculate the ROI on your own, and it's not that hard. Just come over here to like something like Syndicate, and you can see that the Masternode price is $228, and the yearly income is $2,275. Now, by the way, this is a projection. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. That was tokens. The yearly income is 100. That's right, 104. So it's about a little under 50% probably, and that's probably right. There's a total of 1,400 masternodes. That'll take you to the Discord. That's cool. That's good. I like to see that kind of stuff. So what I oftentimes do is I'll come here, and then I'll move over to like Masternodes Online and just kind of look at the ROIs. But again, don't take any of this as proof. I mean, this is just, a lot of times it's projections. You don't know where they're pulling this ROI information from. Sorry, ROI. You don't know where they're pulling that information from. I'll oftentimes go into like the Discords or whatever and ask questions. Like I'll say, what's the typical ROI or what's the expected ROI? And then it's your job as an investor, if you get in, to pay attention. Does the ROI maintain? I mean, does it continue to stay the same? And that's a big deal, because not ROI, not all, just because today, I mean, everything's subject to change. That's what I'm getting at. Now, here's the #1 concern. I told you the wallets was the #1 issue for beginners. So this is exactly why I personally use Simple POS Pool and Stake United. Oh, Stake United's website's down. But I use both Stake United and Simple POS Pool, and I'll put links down below. I don't know why their website's down right now. It says the host error. I'll come back and check on that. But that's why I use Simple POS Pool. I'll put a link down below. I love Simple POS Pool because they make it easy to participate in masternodes for a beginner. Of course, you run the risk that, I guess the node pool operator could always run off with whatever. That's always a potential risk. And I'm not telling you to use them. Do your own research. But it does make it easy to get started. If you have a lot of money and you want to buy a full node and you want to set up a wallet and you want to set up a VPS server and all that, you can feel free to do that. But node pools make it, staking pools like this make it easy to participate. The other challenge is they don't have every token up here. That's another, in fact, I was looking at one earlier. This one here. Massive ROI, few nodes. I don't know how old this is. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just happened to glance at it and saw the ROI and thought, that's ridiculous. With 300 nodes. But, like, Solidum Encrypted Bridge and Coin Exchange, it doesn't exist up here. Probably because it's new, and sometimes they just don't have the coins. That's why it's good to use two. Stake United, which I normally use. I wonder if I have that website right. Stake United, which I normally use. I'm sorry, which I would consider using as well. That's the right website. It's just down. Maybe it's coming up right now. We'll see. So that's one. There's a couple reasons to have multiple pools. One is because they offer different coins and different staking coins and masternode coins. The other reason is just to diversify risk. What's the odds that both pool operators would run off into the sunset? And both of these pools are considered pretty reputable. They both have their own Discord community, and there's a sizable community. So I would like to hope that they wouldn't be in that position. They wouldn't run off or whatever with the funds. But it is a risk. Again, though, if you're brand new, you're getting started with a few $100s. It's just too easy to start here. And so I'm not currently running a masternode of my own. I'm using Simple POS Pool right now, and I plan to use Stake United later. This is the biggest resource when it comes to masternode investing. Masternode.live. That was worth you being a subscriber to my channel. Now, in the future, the masternode videos I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be pulling out some of these coins and just talking about them. What are they? You know, what is their innovation, and just talking about the masternode rewards and whatnot. By the way, personally, I like to see masternodes. I mean, I'll go down to 30% if I'm personally investing in masternodes, but I like to see them getting about 60% and up ROI. That's just me personally. I know it's risky. Some of the riskier tokens that I'm in right now are masternodes, but I have a strategy at hedging my bets, and I'll discuss that in another video as well. So make sure you subscribe down below. If you've enjoyed this content, please let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, and let me know if you have any questions about any particular masternodes or any questions about masternodes in general. Please put them down below. Are you investing in masternodes? Do you use Stake United? Do you use Simple POS Pool? If so, let me know. I would love to find out about it. Put any questions or comments down below. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day.